Hello and welcome to this Raspberry Pi setup tutorial. In this video I am going to show you everything you need to start your Raspberry Pi journey. So this is the board that I am going to use in this tutorial. So this specific board is Raspberry Pi 4 Model V version. It has 8 GB of RAM, and it also provides you to connect with 5 GHz and 2.4 GHz of Wi-Fi network. It has few USB port, one Ethernet port, and it has also this GPIO pin. You can connect with lots of sensor with this GPIO pin. And so basically it is a tiny computer. You can attach one USB mouse, one keyboard and one monitor with it, and use as your personal PC. So don't worry if you don't have extra monitor, or if you don't want to use your main PC monitor with this Raspberry Pi. So I'm going to show you how you can connect with VNC server and get access of its GUI. So let's see what are the components we are going to need to start with this tutorial. So let's start. This is our Raspberry Pi 4 Model B with 8 GB of RAM. With this much of computational power, we can do multitasking on this Raspberry Pi. Next, we have a 3 amp power adapter. It is essential to power up the Raspberry Pi properly. If you use less than 3 ampere power adapter, you might get low voltage warning. It is recommended to use 3 amp power adapter for optimal performance. So to store the operating system and files, we need a high speed SD card. I'm using SanDisk Ultra 32 GB SD card for this purpose, and you also need a SD card reader to connect it our computer for flashing the OS. This is the type C power cable. It has on off button which make it convenient to power up the Raspberry Pi when it is in use. These are all the elements to start with Raspberry Pi. Next we have some additional component to enhance the performance of the Raspberry Pi. These three heat sinks are for main processor, RAM and Ethernet controller. It also a good idea to have a exhaust fan. And finally we have a acrylic case for Raspberry Pi. This case not only protect the board from physical damage, also prevents short circuit and protect it from electrostatic discharge, plus it gives a Raspberry Pi a premium look also. So now I'm going to walk you through the installation process of this Raspberry Pi on your SD card. To do that, we need to follow these two steps. So basically, in the first step, we are going to install few application, and in the second step we are going to install Raspberry Pi OS on our SD card using those application and have access of this GUI of Raspberry Pi. First application that we are going to install, this is Imager. This Imager application will install this Raspberry Pi OS on our SD card. Let's download and install this application first. This is the Raspberry Pi Imager downloading page. It is available for different OS version also. I am using Windows, so I am downloading for my Windows. You can download as per your OS version. So now it is downloaded. Now install this Imager. Okay. I am not running this application now. I am going to download rest of the applications, and then I am going to run all the application one by one. So let's download the next one, this advanced IPS scanner. This advanced IPS scanner is going to help us to detect the IP address of that Raspberry Pi. So let's install it. So next I am going to install Putty. This Putty application is going to be used to connect that Raspberry Pi over SSH connectivity. Let's download and install this application. So next we are going to install this VLC viewer. From this page you can download this VLC viewer. I am using Windows. Let's download for Windows. So let's install this VLC viewer. All the application I have downloaded. So our first step is complete. Now move into the second step. So installation of the OS. So let's open the Imager, Raspberry Pi Imager. So open the Imager, and after selecting the OS, we are going to configure this three steps. First we are going to enable the SSH connectivity so that we can have access of this Raspberry Pi OS over SSH using Putty, and then we are going to set up the username and the password for Raspberry Pi, and then we are going to configure the LAN connectivity. Like we are providing that SSID and the password, so that it can whenever it is rebooting, it will automatically connect with our saved network. Let's connect our SD card with the card reader and connect with our system. So let's do it. Now let's open the Raspberry Pi Imager application. So this is our Raspberry Pi Imager application. So first we need to select the operating system that we are going to install. So we are going to install this Raspberry Pi OS 32-bit. So select this one. Next we are going to choose the storage. So while you are choosing your storage, be careful. Here all your external drive, if you have connected your external drive, it will also appear here. If you by mistake selected that your external drive, it will be formatted and data will be lost. So be careful while your selection of that storage. So this is my SD card, so I am selecting that one. So let's move. So just then click on that setting button. So this window, advanced option window, will be appear. So now we are going to select that enable SSH.
So just select tick that one, and then we are going to set the username and password. So I am giving earbuds, and password will be simply a space. Next we are configuring that wireless LAN. So just save it, and then just write it. So it will take 5 to 10 minutes depending on your internet speed. So I am fast forwarding this step. So let's move on to next step. So our installation process is done. So now we are going to unplug our SD card and insert it into the Raspberry Pi board. So let's do it. Then connect it with your power adapter. So this is not turned on, so we need to press this on button. So see if you can see that exhaust fan is running. So we are going to wait for 1 or 2 minutes to boot up, and then it will going to connect with our Wi-Fi network. So now we are going to launch advanced IP scanner to detect the IP address of this Raspberry Pi. So let's open that advanced scanner. So this is our advanced IP scanner. So once we are start the scanning process, it will scan our Raspberry Pi IP address. So let's start. So this is our Raspberry Pi address 192 dot 168.0.103. You can see the manufacturer. So this IP address belongs to our Raspberry Pi board. So let's connect with this IP. So now we are going to open the putty to connect over SSH. So let's open that one. So this is our putty application. Here we are going to give our IP address of this Raspberry Pi. So let's connect. This pop-up window will come up, so let's accept it. This one is our main terminal. So let's input our username. So now we are connected with our Raspberry Pi. So next we are going to update and upgrade the packages and the OS, Raspberry Pi OS, to its latest version. So let's put this sudo apt get update. Now sudo apt get upgrade and hit enter. It will take few minutes, so I am fast forwarding that step. So config window, so type sudo raspi config, so then hit enter. Sudo command not found, so sorry, I did a typo mistake, so let's clear. Once you open that Raspberry Pi config window, now go to uh, interface options and then go to VNC. Now select yes. Yes. Now once you enable the VNC server, now go to system options, then go to boot and auto login, then go to third option and finish the process. It will ask for reboot. Just click on yes. So it is going to boot up. So let's disconnect this terminal. So we have completed this two step also. So now wait for 1 or 2 minutes to reboot that Raspberry Pi, and again it will connect with that network. So let's wait for 1 or 2 minutes. So now open that VNC server. Let's open the VNC server. So this is our VNC server. Let's enter our IP address and then hit enter. So now put your user ID and password here. So let's connect. So this is our Raspberry Pi GUI. So I forgot to set the resolution of that GUI. So let's close it and open that terminal again. So again we are going to connect with that terminal and set up the resolution. So go to display option and then screen resolution, select the 1920 by 1080 and finish the job. Now reboot again and wait for a few minutes. So let's connect with VLC viewer again. So this is our Raspberry Pi GUI. You can see we can access it now. So let's open the browser. So now you can see we can access that Raspberry Pi GUI. So that's all guys for initial setup of Raspberry Pi. This Raspberry Pi board is very powerful board. So this board will give you the endless possibilities to do lots of creative projects, like you can build a network attached storage, you can start a media streaming server in Raspberry Pi, you can build a Python application and deploy it on this tiny board, and you can build a virtual assistant. So stay tuned with my channel. I am going to try a few of them, and if you want to learn you can subscribe my channel. So that's all for my side. So bye bye.